Welcome back to the Sidebar podcast. We're episode 10. Can you believe it?
That many.
Episode 10.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time. This has taken up a lot of our lives.
Yeah, in the best way.
Oh, yeah. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, I love it too.
I do. I love it.
We've hung out with some cool people recently.
We have.
So shout out to Sidebar.
Yeah, we had the wonderful Charlie Clark on the last episode. He was very funny. He broke me.
He did.
It was that joke. It was the two in the jinky joke.
Yeah.
Just cracked me. Just done me.
Got you good, didn't it?
Yeah, love Charlie. Before that, we had the wonderful Gabby Rivers on.
Yeah.
She was great. It's been such a strong start to 2024 already.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
And we have more exciting news, don't we?
Yeah.
Why have you got a water in front of you and not a beer?
Because I can't drink at the moment.
Why?
Because we're having a baby.
We're having a baby.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
So exciting. I'm very excited.
So this will be my drink of choice from here on out. Well, I might have an occasional cup of tea, or
who knows?
A lemonade.
Who knows? Could be anything.
Or I love a Diet Coke.
Love a Diet Coke.
But water's my best friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're drinking that, and because you're drinking that, obviously I'm drinking for 2. So rather than just getting for 3.
1, 2, baby 3.
Perfect. In that case,
no.
I'm drinking 3 beers.
These are so pretty.
Aren't they? Aren't they incredible cans? Obviously, as most of you will know if you follow our Instagram as well, we're huge fans of Beavertown. There's not really a single Beavertown that I've drunk that I haven't loved.
No, I think you like them all.
Sun God I wasn't a huge fan of, but only because it tasted a little watery-ish. But if that's the only one out of all the beers that they do, that's the only one that's not bad. So I'm going to go through all these, and I'm going to start with the...
Can I pick?
Sure.
I don't know what any of these mean, but I'm going to pick which one's the prettiest. Actually, I like that one the best. Do that one first.
We're doing this one first?
Yeah.
Cool. And, of course, the wonderful Beavertown glass.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So I'm drinking for 3, so I'm going to crack through.
I'm not having twins. I didn't mean it as in I have 2. I mean 1, 2, and maybe 3.
Yeah.
Just to make that very clear.
I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter if I spill it, though, because I'm almost definitely winning the pour-off.
Everybody, Robert Wood. The man, the myth, the legend.
So this is beer number 1, Lupaloid by Beavertown, 6.7%. It says it on the back as well. Yeah, 6.7%.
Give us a sip.
Yeah, I love
What
Beavertown.
do you think?
Cheers.
Oh, yes. I forgot I have had a drink. Mine's quite refreshing. Does it have any, flavour profile? No? Just, it's cool. What does it taste like? Does it remind you of anything else?
To be honest, it tastes a little bit like soap, but I think that's because I washed this glass just before the episode.
Well, it's
and not well.
Clean, right?
So we're having a baby, so I'm going to be drinking for 3, so that's why I'm going to have 3 beers instead. I'm going to stick to the water.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We'll have another member to the Sidebar family this summer.
We will. Yeah, first ever Sidebar baby. Side baby. Cool. So very exciting news. The other thing that's very exciting, and which is what this entire episode is going to be about, because I don't really have many people that I can talk to about this. So I'm going to talk to you guys, and I have made Rowan learn as much about it as physically possible.
I'm trying, okay?
It's the F1! I'm a huge F1 fan. I have been for a very, 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 very long time. So we're going to discuss, because so we're filming this on the Friday before this goes out, and ruining the magic a little bit. But yesterday, Red Bull launched their car, and that is the end of all the car launches. So we have now seen every car that's going to be going into testing next week. The day this goes out, in fact, on the 21st, testing starts in Bahrain. So as you're watching this, hopefully you'll be watching this at 7:30. But remember, at 7, so half an hour ago since you've been watching this, testing started in Bahrain. So I actually won't be watching this.
I'll probably be watching it. I put it on my phone, don't I?
Yeah, I'll be watching F1. Sorry, guys, I won't be there, but I'll watch this afterwards. As should you. Can
I just say, as a joint song of the week, it's got to be the F1 theme song, hasn't it?
The F1 theme song? Well, you can have the F1 theme song.
I think that's my. I played it at work. I made everyone listen to it at work the other day.
Wonderful. Yeah. It's a great song.
I really enjoy it.
I do hum it a lot. But I'm actually got a different song.
Oh.
For Song of the Week.
Okay, do you want to do it now or later?
We can do it now. So you're doing the F1 song. My Song of the Week, and this will resonate with all of the older F1 fans, is The Chain by Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
When it was on, when it was on BBC, that used to be the theme song.
Still quite similar.
Yeah. But yeah, it's that's going to be my song of the week, The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, and yours is going to be the F1 theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look out for them on the Spotify playlist, which is tagged in the description below. You can find a link for it in the description below, along with both of the individual songs of the week and also our Instagram as well.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool. So we should probably discuss F1 because silly season is super early this year and is sillier than ever.
Is it earlier than normal?
I think so.
Oh. Yeah. There's lots of things happening in the world of F1.
Well, let's start with the basics.
Yep.
As of the end of this year, 16 drivers' contracts are up.
Lots of switching going to
happen. I can't remember who all 16 are. I'm going to find out. But
we know about one switch already, don't we?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a sec. So, everybody who... What is contract status? Here we go. So, Sergio Perez of Red Bull. His is finished. Lewis Hamilton. We'll talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
George Russell is good. Charles Leclerc is good. Carlos Sainz.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, we'll talk about that in a bit, but that's up in 2024, of course. Lando Norris is good. Oscar Piastri is signed till 2026. Alonso is finished. Okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton's going to Ferrari. That's so exciting.
That is exciting. I'm really excited for him because if this is like I feel like he's rounding out his career a bit, isn't he? And I think finishing at Ferrari, because then he has no what ifs. Yeah. What if it would have happened if I tried a different team? He's doing it, you know. And I think this is so good for him.
Ferrari have been chasing that world championship since Vettel won it. I can't remember when, but Vettel won it. I think he was the last one. Yeah, I think so. Vettel won it. I think that was the last one. They've been chasing it ever since. But Mercedes and Red Bull have just dominated every year. Either one of them has dominated. But yeah, so I'm not surprised that Lewis Hamilton has gone to Ferrari. I am surprised that he's gone to Ferrari so soon, because in my head, I was genuinely thinking he was going to go to Audi.
Really?
Because Audi are going to take over Sauber, who are obviously now Stake Kick F1 team, or whatever the fuck they're called. So he's going to Ferrari, which makes me think that obviously he's not going to go to Audi but he's signed it for a 2-year deal, and the rumour is that there's a 1-year break clause in it. So if at the end of 2025 Ferrari haven't performed as well as he needs them to, he could potentially jump ship and go to Audi if the rumours are true.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
But he's quite a loyal person. I don't know if he'd do that.
I think he's pretty loyal. Yeah, there was a comment made. Toto Wolff said that him and Lewis Hamilton were close enough that not even a piece of paper could fit between them. and Helmut Marko from Red Bull said Ferrari contract could.
That's a bit of paper, isn't it?
It is a bit of paper. But yeah, okay. So Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. So there's a kid. I can't remember. Kimi Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli is an F2 driver. Incredible.
Yeah, baby.
Super baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like a child.
Mm-hmm.
But because Toto Wolff missed on getting Verstappen in, he's keen to get Antonelli in, because if he doesn't get Antonelli in, and then let's say Ferrari get Antonelli in, and then Antonelli decides to start winning everything, Toto Wolff's going to kick himself again, and he doesn't want any regrets.
Yeah.
However, let's not forget that Fernando Alonso, his contract is up at the end of this season.
That'll be fun seeing him at Mercedes.
He needs that Mercedes seat.
Yeah.
We have like 35 subscribers on YouTube now, as of the date of filming this. So here's our plea, because we're now clearly super famous. Toto Wolff, hire Fernando Alonso.
Hi, Toto.
Get a world championship. He's the only world championship person that's still there.
Wow.
There's Hamilton, who's going to Ferrari.
Yep.
Verstappen, who's at Red Bull probably until the day he dies, unless he goes to Ferrari after Leclerc.
Unless something happens to Red Bull.
And then Alonso. They're the only 3 world champions that are still on, still racing at the moment.
Yeah.
Lance Stroll.
That annoys me.
Yeah, I know, but he's going to be there forever because his daddy owns the company.
Daddy got him a spot on the.
But it's the same way. Like Lawrence Stroll invested all this money into Williams, so Lance could race at Williams, and now he's done it for Aston Martin.
Yeah, but he doesn't win anything.
No, he doesn't. But he's not necessarily a bad driver. He's just like, he's better than.
I mean, he's still up. He's not always at the bottom. I'm not saying that, but it's just, I don't know. When you have someone like like Liam Lawson that could be out there. Yeah. It's just taking a seat from someone that has a lot of talent.
Who has natural talent. Yeah. The thing is, though, is he's his dad's buying his way in, but he's just a midfield driver. And I think that's the case. Like, he always will just be a midfield driver.
Yeah, he doesn't add much to F1.
No, except a lot of money.
Money. I mean, he's good. He's enough to be, in that middle zone, but he doesn't really do much more. He doesn't do much less.
Next drivers who contract are up: Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon, both Alpine drivers. Now, interestingly, apparently Ocon is one of the favourites to get this Mercedes seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know that him and George Russell are friends, obviously, and it wouldn't surprise me. And actually, I think he's a really good driver. I think Pierre is as well. Like, the problem is Pierre was at AlphaTauri before he went to Alpine, and he was always said to get the next seat in Red Bull, and then Checo Perez had just this fantastic year during the COVID year, 2021, I think it was. I showed you the race the other day, where he spun out on like the first corner. So good. And then he came back from last place.
He had to fix his car too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, incredible
he was
drive.
Behind by a lot.
But yeah, so because he had such a good drive, Gasly didn't get that seat, Checo did. Yeah, crazy. Alex Albon's good for now. Logan Sargent's end of the year. Generally, I think they should get rid of Sargent. He's not a bad driver. I want to see how he performs this year, obviously.
Yeah, that can make a difference.
Because last year was his rookie year in F1 at least. I want to see how he gets on, but I don't know. I just don't really rate him. He just spins out a lot.
Yeah, he crashes at least every other race.
He reminds me of Nikita Mazepin.
Oh, I remember you telling me about him too.
Nicholas Latifi.
Yeah.
Last few drivers, Bottas. Got a lot of time for Bottas. I think he's incredible. He's such a good driver.
Yeah.
He was obviously at Mercedes and he did really well there. He won some races. He was never. Bottas is not first driver material. I think that's the problem.
He needs like a solid
Yeah.
Number one driver.
He would do, if Alonso moved on from Aston Martin, and I know we're going to discuss this later as well, we're going to discuss dream teams and stuff. Alonso goes to Mercedes, Bottas goes to Aston Martin. That would be great. That would be such a good move for Bottas as well.
Yeah.
Zhou Guanyu, again, really good driver, but his contract's up.
Yeah.
And technically, Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda, both of what is now the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls team.
Rolls right off the tongue.
The Visa Cash App.
What's the abbreviation of it?
VCARB.
VCARB is what people are saying. Okay.
People are either calling them VCARB. Well, the car is called the VCARB 01.
Okay.
I
wonder what that's going to say. You know, when they have like the list of the teams before race starts, I wonder what it will look like.
I reckon it'll say VRB.
VRB.
Maybe. Because the team themselves, from what I've heard, are abbreviating it to Racing Bulls. So Visa Racing Bulls, it'll be VRB.
Right. Okay.
But people are just calling them VCARB. I think it's the easiest way. And also, final team is Haas, K-Mags, and Hulkenberg.
Now Haas is interesting because they just lost, what's his name?
Gunther. They got rid of Gunther Steiner. I can't hit the table in anger because I'll shake the camera. But they got rid of Gunther. I wonder if that means
he's opening up his availability so he can go somewhere else.
Who, Gunther?
Yeah.
No, he got sacked. He's not opening up. Gene Haas has opened up his availability.
Well, maybe I can still see him going to a different team.
Yeah, I could as well. I just don't know who. I don't know who's going to need a team principal right now because, there is one team that pops to mind.
One potential team that may need someone new.
I love Gunther Steiner. He's not good enough for Red Bull.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because obviously we've got a lot to talk about. Number one should probably be Christian Horner. Allegedly sending. So I originally heard that he was sending dick pics to a female worker.
I heard that it was just like sexually progressive comments.
Yeah.
Still not right. Both of those things.
No. Also, he's married to Jerry Halliwell, so sort of understand it.
Why?
She's a fucking nightmare, that woman.
Is she?
Yeah.
How?
Have you not seen her speak?
No, I don't really pay attention to her, to be honest.
Honestly, I just think she's a lot of effort.
Oh.
I feel like she's a lot of effort.
Is she really high maintenance?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like we'll go watch an episode of Drive to Survive where she spends like 5 minutes like just wandering about talking about her horses.
Yeah, I haven't seen her. I've seen her briefly on an episode, but it was just like when it was more him and she was just walking hand in hand with him. But I haven't seen her chat properly. The new Drive to Survive comes out soon too, doesn't it?
Does. New Drive to Survive comes out in 2 days. Comes out on Friday, so you'll be able to watch that in 2 days' time. Obviously, for us, it's 1 week. Yeah.
2 days' time.
2 days' time.
Yeah. So Christian Horner.
But yeah, so Christian Horner. It's all alleged. He was at the launch last Thursday of the RB20. It's 20 years. It was interesting, and the press were told. I read today they were not allowed to ask any questions about the investigation.
Well, of course not, because he's not allowed to say anything.
But they were allowed to ask. So I didn't understand. So they weren't allowed to ask directly about the investigation, what it was about, and what's being said. But they were allowed to know that he was going through an investigation.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, if it's an ongoing open investigation with, like they're doing it all properly, any case that's open, you can't talk about it until it's done. So
no.
So that's obvious. But I thought because when all this first came out, that like a lot of people have advised him to step down until they figure out what's going on.
Eccleston. Yeah,
so many people have. So I didn't think we were going to see him there. Like I thought it was going to be someone stepping in for him while he's taking a leave of absence. That's what I thought they were going to play on.
I thought they'd have the drivers there and Adrian Newey there and potentially Helmut Marko. But the thing is, that guy's a fucking creep as well. He's been through loads.
Really?
Yeah.
I hope it's Red Bull.
Yeah, maybe it's Red Bull. Power
The curse
goes to
of
the
the
head,
Red Bull.
but he'll end up losing that position. I don't see how he'll keep it. The thing is, as well, is she wants to do court in England, which makes me think that also she's a little bit money grabby. But she also wants to be kept anonymous. So I don't understand why they wouldn't do court in Austria, but they would in England.
I feel like the anonymous thing is just because she doesn't want to be known as the girl that either ruins a Red Bull career because she spoke, like, it takes a lot of courage to speak up sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously she just wants to probably gets this case closed, moves on with her life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't really want that to be attached to you with everything you do.
No, yeah.
So I understand the anonymous.
In terms of money, though, Christian Horner's lawyers have offered her £650,000 as a settlement. Now, why would you try to buy somebody out of that if you didn't do it?
It's easier to turn it off, isn't it, with money?
Yeah.
It's not always about the money, though. I mean, like that Taylor Swift case where she was...
For $1.
Yeah, because some man grabbed her bum when they were doing like a photo op, and she was like, it's not about the money, it's about the principle. Like, so she just put in a dollar, and won just $1.
$1.
It wasn't about that.
No.
You know, so it might be the same thing. You never know.
So what do we think? Did he do it?
I don't know. Like you said before, like power can go to people's heads, and it can make you like. I think, and also like when you have that power and all these people being thrown at you, I don't know. You just see it in like pop stars and stuff too, don't you?
I'll be honest, we're not big enough to worry about repercussions, so I'm saying he definitely fucking did it. Watch his face. I guarantee he comes out.
I just don't know.
Ginger cunt.
I don't know. I don't really think about it enough because it makes me feel weird.
We've obviously discussed briefly about Hamilton going to Ferrari.
Yeah.
So we should probably talk about the flip side of that because he is going to look good in red.
Yeah.
He's going to look great.
Yeah.
I think it's the right move for his career.
I think so too.
Where is Sainz going to go? Because there's a lot of people giving Sainz shit online saying they didn't like him anyway, but
I love Sainz.
I quite like Carlos Sainz.
Yeah. Well, there's always Mercedes. They could do a flip-flop.
That's true. Do you want to hear the biggest rumour?
What's that?
At the end of this season, Checo out of Red Bull, Carlos Sainz in.
Wow. Well, I think that's coming. I think Checo is going to be leaving Red Bull.
Checo will go.
He's good, but he's not Red Bull good anymore.
I think he is Red Bull good. I just think...
But he can't keep up with Max.
He can't keep up with Max.
The
thing is, the car, my opinion, and from the things that I've read online, the car itself is very much built towards Max's driving style, not towards Checo's.
You need someone with similar driving style then.
However, they do call him the Mexican Minister of Defense because he's such a good defensive driver. And I don't think you're going to get that out of Sainz. Sainz is an attacker. Sainz wins races. Checo holds people up. The only reason that Max Verstappen won the world title in 2021 was because Checo did such a fucking good job of holding Hamilton up for that long. Yeah. And the thing is, if there wasn't a safety car, Hamilton would have won. If Mercedes had pulled Hamilton into the pits when the safety car came out, Hamilton would have won. I just don't see it happening any other way.
But then if Sainz likes to win races, I don't see who anybody would want to go to Red Bull because you're not ever going to win.
2 words. Daniel Ricciardo.
Danny Rick! Well, they've been together before, haven't they?
Daniel Ricciardo has a record in F1 for the most wins outside of the top something.
Very good. Whatever that means.
I don't remember what exactly.
What do you mean wins outside?
So starting outside, let's say the top 4, I think it was.
Right.
Starting from 5th or lower has the most wins in F1 history outside of starting on pole or so.
Wow. Do you think Danny Rick would go to Red Bull again?
100%. That's where he's going. What's going to happen?
But him and Max don't get along. At least they did.
I think they do now. But I think Checo's gone.
Yeah.
Danny Rick's in.
Yeah.
Liam Lawson steps up into the AlphaTauri.
I'd love to see that. I really enjoyed watching him race.
Me too. I like.
And with him like being so like young and up and coming, it was like, go on.
Yeah, this is actually a good time to mention, and you didn't know that I was going to do this, but
what?
So we are nothing's set in stone yet, and I don't know if this is going to happen. But I've been chatting to a guy called Brody Skinner.
Oh,
yeah. I have mentioned it to you. So Brody Skinner is a 16-year-old karter, which, as we know, is when most great F1, if not all great F1,
quite a few of them,
people started. There's a very good chance. I'm trying to look at the sort of legalities of it at the moment, because one, he's 16. Two, most of our podcast is about beer and alcohol. But he is going to be racing all around the country this year, including LO Raceway down in Beccles.
Yeah, it's really close
where
to
I've
us.
been when I was younger as well. And he said about inviting us down to one of his races, so that'd be really exciting.
Really fun.
What I'm going to do as well in the description is put a link to Brody Skinner's socials as well. We're not technically working with him yet, but I've got a lot of time for the guy. Super supportive. He's a
very
good,
talented.
He's a good kid, super talented. So yeah, go give him a follow as well. Go show some love from the Sidebar community as well. But with a bit of luck, if we can work something out, hopefully we'll have the Sidebar logo stamped on the side of a go-kart or in
that'd
some
be
socials.
so cool. Even if it's just like a one-time, like, that'd be so fun. I'd really enjoy that.
Yeah,
and get to watch him race with it on.
Yeah, and what I would love as well is to find someone like Brody Skinner, potentially Brody Skinner, obviously. And as we get bigger, we keep just investing. Like, don't split our investments up, but just keep investing as much as you can into like this 16-year-old kid who could, who knows, we could see him be world champion.
Take over the world.
Yeah, who knows if he's going F1 or rally or I don't know, but he could go like touring cars or Le Mans. But at 16 years old, you don't realise it at the time, but you can literally do anything.
It's like the world is so open to him right now, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I've got a lot of time for Brody Skinner. He's been back and forth. He's been super polite and nice young guy. Hopefully we'll be able to get down to LO Raceway when he's racing there and watch him race. That'd be really cool.
I would love that.
And watch his space, because hopefully we'll be able to come up with some sort of sponsorship deal with him. That'd be cool.
That'd be so cool.
Now, one of the things that we should discuss as well, and I don't think it's something you know a whole lot about. I should probably, if I got 3 of these to drink, I should probably
go. Oh no! Smile.
Okay.
Your next beverage, sir.
Oh, okay.
Are you okay? Was it really cold?
It was so cold on my teeth.
Oh, one of tuffs.
Number 2, hazy IPA, 4.5%. This is Lunar Haze by Beavertown. So one of the things that we should discuss, before you started, there was Toro Rosso. Before you started watching F1, there was...
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Tell me again. Sorry.
Tastes like pizza.
Oh.
Before you started watching F1, there was Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
There was a team called Minardi, and Red Bull, the brand Red Bull, bought Minardi, turned it into Toro Rosso, which is Spanish for
Red Bull.
Bingo. Spanish for Red Bull.
Clever.
And then after Red Bull, they were called AlphaTauri. And now they are called Visa Cash Out Racing Bulls. V-Carb. However, all the shit that they're getting online, that car looks like a Toro Rosso car.
I've seen the comparison pictures of it.
And I was watching a video about
no spill.
There'll be no spills. I'm a pro at this by now.
Because there's not as much liquid to pour in these little cans. Oh wait, you need it on display.
So there was I was watching this video about the new Racing Bulls car, and it is pretty much a direct copy. Side pods, intakes, front wing. Yeah. The fact that they've gone for a push rod pull rod instead of I can't remember what way around it is. It's going to bother me as well. Front is push rod, back is pull rod.
Okay.
Suspension.
Yes, of course, suspension. Yes.
So they
thinking that.
but it's basically looks exactly the same as the old Red Bull car, shape and performance wise. But it's designed exactly the same as the Toro Rosso car, which is fucking gorgeous.
Are you excited?
This is.
You're getting all fired up.
Yeah, this is going to be a really exciting year, especially. We're going to talk about the cars properly in a minute, and I'm even going to try some fancy editing shit. I'm going to try and put each car. So yeah, we'll talk about that. So this is my 4th beer now.
Oh yeah, beers out, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 2 beers before I got home.
Went to the pub.
So one of the things we're going to discuss is Andretti Cadillac Racing.
Okay.
Now, Andretti Cadillac Racing got denied entry.
Oh yes.
To F1. The FIA accepted them.
Yeah.
And then F1 said no because
paperwork.
No, they said that that Andretti Cadillac Racing would receive more value from being in F1 than F1 would receive from having Andretti Cadillac. So I'm going to read you some facts. Come here, microphone. We're going to get deep. This is every fact that is related to the Andretti name. 1. F1 World Championship. 12 F1 wins. 18 F1 pole positions. 20 F1 podiums. 6 Indy 500 wins. 1 Daytona 500 win. 9 IndyCar titles. 4 Indy Lights titles. 2 Daytona 24 wins. 3 Sebring 12-hour wins. 1 Pikes Peak win. 3 NASCAR wins. 1 Le Mans 24-hour class wins. And 350 plus races wins ever.
Oh my god. That's all we have time for today. I'm just kidding.
What the fuck were F1 thinking?
I don't know.
They've literally got a team here, right, that has racing fucking pedigree.
Yeah.
Proper racing pedigree.
Pedigree.
Proper racing pedigree.
I have a pedigree.
And they have proper racing pedigree.
Just Wabbit season.
Say it.
Pedigree.
No, say the whole sentence.
I don't know what it is.
Proper racing pedigree.
Proper racing pedigree.
Say it quicker.
Proper racing pedigree.
Say it quicker.
Why?
Say it.
Proper racing pedigree.
Proper racing pedigree.
Loser.
Okay.
It's the alcohol.
But yeah, so they have proper racing pedigree. They have wins all around the world. It's Andretti.
Yeah.
It's Cadillac.
It's gonna bring some new fans in.
And F1 are saying no. Mental.
Mental, mate.
Do you know how mad that is? Like they got real racing pedigree, and they're saying no, and yet they will give a team to fucking Gene Haas.
Yeah. And
a machinist, basically.
Drake's got a team now.
And Drake, fucking yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a little bit different because I know that's
He's
Sauber.
Invested and stuff.
Well, that's Sauber, and Sauber do have racing pedigree as well.
Yeah.
They've been with us. They went through BMW and a bunch of other teams.
Yeah.
Lotus? Was that Sauber?
Was it?
Who knows? And obviously Alfa Romeo, and they're now going to be Stake, Kick, Stake, or Stake Kick, something like that.
Yeah.
And which is a company owned by Drake, but just because he's investing that money into them, so I sort of get that. And then they're going to be Audi afterwards. But this is a team with incredible stats, incredible racing stats, and F1 have said no. And I can only think that it's down to there are team principals and F1 team owners that are currently on the grid
I don't want another team like
whispering in Stefano Dickhead's ear, telling him, don't
they'll take it away from us.
Well, you got to think, you put another team on there.
Yeah.
One more team, like, especially a team that could be as fucking good as Andretti Cadillac would have been.
Yeah.
Like, and Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren, they're all going to start shitting themselves.
Yeah.
So I can only think, I can't believe they fucking turned him down. But yeah, apparently they have been given the go ahead to reapply for the 2028 start.
That's ages away.
Mad. It'll come around pretty quick, but
crazy.
It's crazy. Andretti Cadillac should be on the grid. Yeah, mad. Let's talk about some of the tracks which you have on. Now, one of the tracks that is not on here is, and we don't actually know if it's going to be a track yet, which you're very excited about.
Chicago.
I'm not so much excited.
I just love the city.
I think
it'd be cool to see it.
They have a race in Miami.
You want another one here, don't
you? A race in Lexus.
Sorry, what?
They have a race in Miami and a race in Las Vegas, including the original and very, very good race in Austin, Texas. I don't think they need a fourth race in America. The only reason they're doing it is because it's been sold into America so hard, and now there's got so many American fans that America is now trying to take over. So F1 are doing that. And going back to the previous point, what they could have done is fucking got Cadillac on board, who are an official American brand.
And that would have helped.
Yeah. Haas are an American team, obviously, but
Yeah, interesting.
I don't think we need a Chicago race. And if we had one, it would be a street race.
We've already got a lot of them.
Yeah.
What's your favourite?
My favourite? What, my favourite track?
Spa's always been top contender for you.
Spa's top contender. I love Spa. My boss, Tate.
Yeah.
Hi, Tate.
Hi, Tate.
I don't know if he watches these. Maybe, probably not. But yeah, my boss went to the Spa GP last year, and we were sat in the pub, and he FaceTimed me.
Yeah, you literally squealed like a little girl when he called. You're like,
oh my God! Like, I'd only been working for him for, what, a month?
Yeah.
About a month.
Yeah, about a month.
And he was over there, like, he's like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm sure, like, rich people are cool too. But I've just never had, like, somebody, like, a millionaire, let's face it, take time out of their day to just give me a call just because they knew it would be important to me.
Yeah, that's really nice of him.
Super nice.
They've literally made your whole life.
He called me from the bottom of Eau Rouge and then showed me up it, and he was like showing me some of the cars around, and I was just like,
really cool.
Yeah, super cool. That's gonna be memory for life. That is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, so Spa, there it is. I like Barcelona as well. I touched your boot. I like Barcelona as well.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Austin only because that's the race that I watched first when I first started watching F1.
First ever race, 2022.
Yeah, and it just and it was a fun race to watch. I remember it being exciting, and it got me wanting.
Do you know where I don't like? I don't like Baku.
Yeah, because you don't like it when you play the F1 game.
Because I play F1 2023 on PlayStation, and I can
tight corners.
I can win every single race.
Where is it on here? Oh, there.
Except for Baku.
Yeah, look at that.
I hate Baku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Singapore one you struggle with too.
Singapore? Oh yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I don't really like Singapore. I like tracks. That's what I like.
Yeah.
I don't like street races. In the same way that Monaco can go fuck itself.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, the problem is Monaco's too small. It's just a bit of a shit race. Like, if you get pole position, it's just it. If you get pole position,
I see.
You're staying in pole position.
Is this the one that was an Iron Man 2?
Yeah. So here,
That's
so
how I know it.
this is where they went, right? So up here, oh no, there's boob here. So up here, and then they take this first corner here. They go around here. There's actually a slight bend here, but you can't see it there, which goes this way, and then it goes around here and around here, and then you go down here, and then there's the famous hairpin just here, famous hairpin round the roundabout, and then you come back down there, and you go down here, and as you get round this corner here. This is the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's the tunnel. And what they should do is get rid of this stupid fucking chicane here, and they should just power on through, slam the brakes. And how many people are going to misjudge that corner and just slam into the wall at 200 miles an hour? Wonderful.
Scary.
I'm joking. I'm so joking.
Scary.
But then they have this chicane here, and then they have this little bit here, which is like a little. You go around that way, and then you go bang really quick. Keep your foot down. You go whapa, and then you follow around. Quick chicane. Oh, where am I? There we go. And then you go around here. The pit entry is just here. And then you follow up that, and that's my street.
I would also just like to point out your top really quickly. We've kind of. This is your hoodie, but you haven't borrowed my hoodie.
Yeah, this was a gift of your mother.
Yeah, that I'm wearing the F1 and you're wearing Swifty. This is your t-shirt, to be fair.
Yeah, well, I was going to wear my Lando Norris jumper, my McLaren jumper.
It's in the wash.
But it's in the wash.
So, next time.
So
I think you have worn it on a podcast before.
I don't think I have. Not yet. No, I was saving it specifically for the start of the F1 season podcast that I was going to do.
Yep, here we are, and it's not here.
Nope.
So, good.
Wonderful. Yeah, so I like Spa.
Yeah. There's one that looks like, it reminds me of the one that Ezra said looks like a fox.
Yeah, Qatar.
That's fun.
That is fun. Wonderful. We should probably talk about the cars.
Brum, brum. I'm in my mum's car.
So, now this is where
my knowledge goes out the window because I don't really know what is supposed to look good and what's not.
So, when I edit this video, what's going to happen is just down the bottom here, one of these sides.
There?
Maybe or right there. Here. I don't actually know where the thing is, but I'm going to put a picture of these cars as we're discussing them.
Fingers crossed.
However, as we have already discussed during the Sidebar podcast, I'm not good at editing videos.
But he tries so hard.
I try so hard, but I'm not very good at editing videos, so actually all I do is cut off the start bit, cut off the end bit, and then put an intro on it, and fuck around with the volume a little bit, because these mics are shit. But yeah, so hopefully there shall be pictures of these cars as we're discussing them. However, there's a very good chance that there won't be.
That's okay.
So I'm going to lean that up against the mic there.
Okay.
Number one is Hass's car. I'll be honest.
No.
Like, the black and white, the thing is, black, white and red are three great colours to have. Like, they can all go together so well.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Hass are not very creative.
That looks like a spider, though.
It does look a little bit like a spider. One of the things that we have noticed as well is that so many of the cars are just black.
Yeah,
because
really
there's so much exposed carbon. I don't know exactly how they would do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the F1 put a rule in place to say that you cannot have more than 40% of your car exposed carbon or something,
really?
Because there's so many just black cars. But yeah, the Haas car, what are we rating it out of 10?
A 6.
6?
So that doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, I'd give it.
I don't know what I'm doing when I'm rating. So
I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Just fucking boring. Cool. We're reading my text now. I'm sorry. I'm getting text through now, and we're both here like,
oh,
good.
Yeah.
It's in the diary. Great. Cool. So yeah, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. Just a bit boring. Boring the Haas car.
Doesn't do nothing for me.
No,
personally.
The rest of the pictures have disappeared.
Perfect.
Oh, they're all disappearing as we're getting to them. Yeah. Wonderful. I'm gonna go find a different website.
Can you just go to F1 Instagram?
Could do. Here we go.
Perfect. Go to F1's Instagram.
I'm going to go to the F1's Instagram.
Please hold during the technical difficulties while we pull up the F1.
Why don't you tell the wonderful people at home your favourite thing about F1?
My favourite thing about F1 is I like watching the fast pit stops. That's exciting. I like it when an underdog wins. So if there's someone that's had a really bad race, not necessarily an underdog that's like always losing, but if someone like Checo had that bad race but then ended up winning, like that is like such a great moment. That moment with Hamilton, that was and through goes Hamilton.
And through goes. That was Silverstone, not last year before.
Yeah.
And that was so there was Perez and was it Perez and Leclerc? Yeah, fighting as they were going around, and then as they come around one of the back corners, they just went a bit wide because Perez had to go defensive, and Hamilton just undercut. And I remember I think we were in a pub.
I think so. And
I just stood up and went, yes!
Yeah, like a good overtake.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, when races are just, you can tell they're all just, they've picked their position, they're just staying there for this race because some races are harder to overtake. So, like the street circuits that there's not really much room and much opportunities. You kind of have to do really well in qualifying.
Yeah.
Those ones are not as exciting, but anything that's fast and you know what, I do like a good crash every now and then, as long as no one gets hurt, you know.
Terrible thing to say.
No, it's just watching someone spin out and you're like, oh, it just adds, because then you get a safety car and it just like, it changes things sometimes, doesn't it? Who have you forgotten?
McLaren. I know, they're my favourite team.
We're a McLaren family. We love McLaren. I like the orange.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's start again.
So, we're going to start again. For most of these, we have a before and after. However...
It's the exact same. Although it's whiter on
the Haas one is not exactly the same.
Still boring.
In some cases, we're going to try and look at the actual car itself, not just the livery. But I'm not too fussed about this one.
I don't really know about the cars.
The Williams. I really like the dark blue. It's difficult to see because we've got the ring light just shining in our eyes. But I really like the dark blue on the Williams.
Yeah.
Hopefully, again.
Do you see it?
It'll be.
Does it look nice?
Do you see it?
Do you like it?
If not, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, his car.
Yeah, the Williams. I like the.
Yeah, I do like the dark blue.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of like true blues in F1.
No.
Now this is interesting. I like this.
I don't know how I feel about
car.
So this is the Kick Sauber Stake C44.
I like the green. I like the black and green.
But the black and red just looked.
I'm sorry, but Ferrari do it. And
yeah, but it's Alfa Romeo.
But it's not anymore.
The black and green, I feel like the green is a little gaudy. I don't really like it.
I like it.
You like it?
I do like it.
You like it, yeah.
It's something different I haven't seen before.
That is a little different, yeah. You're right, mate. Yeah.
I like different.
Yeah, I don't know. Although I have noticed that as we go through these, and you'll see this here. So I'm zooming into the side pod now, which who knows if I can be bothered to edit it. Well, I'm going to zoom in like this. Zoom.
No.
Imagine if I got that though. Obviously, I can't edit this yet, but if I managed to edit that bit in, that'd be wonderful.
I'm sorry for doubting you.
Yeah, chances are it's not edited. I'm sorry.
I believe in you.
These side pods, you'll notice a lot of cars are going for this one where the bottom lip of the side pod here is more extended than the top because that's what Red Bull did last year.
B.
Mm-hmm. Boring. Alpine, fucking boring. Literally, they've gone black, and normally what they do is they do a pink car for the first couple of races of the season, and then they go and like an all pink car because of BWT.
Yeah.
And then they go for and then they do the blue car for the rest. But it's fucking boring. It's just black.
It's just nothing to it. You barely see the pink now.
No, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. We haven't rated these. Right, Haas, you said 6 out of 10.
6.
I said 4 out of 10. Williams.
I'll go 7.
6 out of 10. I'd give them. I like the dark blue.
Wow.
Steak.
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. You like this?
I do really like it. I don't know why, but I do.
Steak car. I'm going. Okay, go.
It's gonna be harsh.
I don't know if I am, because it's the only car that you're actually going to be able to see out there. I'm going to go 5 out of 10.
Okay.
Alpine, 2 out of 10.
3.
2 out of 10.
They've taken away the fun stuff.
And these are all just based on liveries at the moment.
Because that's the only thing I understand is pre-colours, so that's what I'm basing everything off. I know,
Okay,
I'm trying.
Right. Toro Rosso! No, they're not Toro Rosso.
No!
What
V-Carb!
Yeah, Visa. It's Toro Rosso. That is literally the Toro Rosso car.
Yeah. Is that purple?
No, it's blue. It's just.
Oh, it looks really purple.
It does look quite purpley. But last year when AlphaTauri launched their car, I liked the AlphaTauri with the red and the blue and the white.
That's not red, blue, and white, babe. That's red.
That's blue. AlphaTauri. Again,
oh, I thought you meant this picture. There's no blue there. That's just black, no?
That's blue.
Barely. Fucking hell.
Oh, it's blue.
Oh my god, it's like the darkest shade of blue. We haven't rated it.
Oh, rate it.
A 7.
I agree with you. 7 out of 10.
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
I love Aston Martin.
I always rate Aston Martin.
Oh, it's such a pretty.
It's such a pretty car. The front as well. They've gone for a different. They've gone for a different nose.
Which one's the new one?
This one.
Alright. The green is slightly more
green. Because it's proper British racing green. Green. Again though, they've gone for a lot of black on the side.
Yeah, they have.
But if last year is anything to go by,
she's pretty.
She is really pretty.
She's a pretty girl.
I agree. What are you gonna rank her?
8.
8. I agree with 8.
I'm getting good at this. Oh.
Just because I know what's coming. No, I agree with 8. I'm going to agree with 8. Ferrari.
I mean, you can see the biggest change in Ferrari, can't you?
Yeah, you can literally see especially in the side pods, exactly where it is. Like the side pods before, they had those big dipped bath side pods next to where the driver would sit. But exactly. They had those big dip side pod where the driver would sit, but now they've gone for a slimmer side pod.
Yeah.
And then they've gone for a fatter engine cover at the back rather than it coming up to a point.
Less curved here. You see this? It goes vroom.
Yeah.
And that goes vroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The wing, like where it connects the wing.
Yeah, the nose. The nose
the
of the
nozzle.
Car. The nozzle.
The nozzle of the car.
Mm.
It feels more overall, okay, pointier than this one. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you know what I mean?
I do know. It's a very pointy car.
It looks very hot. Like the old car, it looks a lot smoother and everything's really fluid and stuff.
It is.
Why are you laughing at me?
I'm not laughing at you.
Are.
No, I'm not.
You're like smiling at me like, you're stupid.
I never said you were stupid. I love you getting involved.
But do you know
all the time.
Do you know what I mean though? How it looks pointy.
It does look very pointy.
It just looks more like.
I would argue that most F1 cars are a little pointy.
Yeah, but look how like smooth that this almost blends in. You've got more detail here now, and like this is like sharp edges. This is really smooth as it goes down.
It is.
I know what I mean.
Okay. Ferrari, what are we rating it?
An 8 as well, I think. I like it, but it's not my favourite.
I'm giving it an 8.5.
Are we allowed to do half points?
No, I'm giving it a 9. I'm giving it a 9.
A 9?
I'm giving it a 9.
Is there a car here that is a 10?
So maybe I keep going back and forth with this Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah.
Right.
This is the same thing this is like Ferrari's last year. It has more of a curve and this one doesn't.
Yeah. So this is
interesting.
Let's talk about the livery first, my love. So
Sorry.
it's half black, half silver, and it's got that red like air intake on top, back, and
again very black though. I do like the silver added on the top.
This car, I'll be honest, and I don't know why, this car does something to me.
Tickles your pickle.
It does tickle my pickle.
Mhm.
Yeah, in a big way. I really like this car. Now, what I really like about it, and you guys probably won't see this unless you zoom in on the video, which you probably won't.
Zoom.
But now this front wing, you can't really see it on here, but there's a front wing here, and it's actually connected by cable, not all the way across by carbon fibre, because of some weird technical regulation that they've managed to get around, which is apparently going to make the car 0.3 seconds quicker a lap.
Wow.
And that's general people online being like, this is the maths behind it, 0.3 seconds a lap quicker. But the FIA set these rules, and they're 100% going to close that door soon. They're going to close that loophole, and they're going to penalise Mercedes for finding it in the first place. Because the FIA are cunts.
Pee-pee poo-poos.
We have very different language. It's a beautiful car though, and
yeah.
I like to see that they finally stuck to something a little bit more traditional, because the last couple of years they've tried that zero fucking side pod thing, and it's just not working.
Yeah.
Luckily, halfway through the last season they brought in some side pods, and that was good.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
9. I'm going 9 again.
I'm going 7.
Yeah, not a big fan of it.
It just doesn't really have something exciting going on for me. The silver's nice. I like it, but it's not my favourite.
So this is my problem, right? Is because the V-Carbo one looks like a racing car. It's brash and it's got these lines and sponsors, and that's what a racing car looks like. That doesn't look like a racing car.
That's like a model car.
That looks like the sort of car that I would drive.
It's like a car that is in a showroom and doesn't actually get touched.
Yeah.
It's too pretty.
It's art.
Oh.
7. Okay.
Boring.
Let's talk about Red Bull.
Boring. Looks the same.
It looks the same.
Nothing's changed. But then if it's not broken, why fix it?
But does it look the same?
I don't know. My brain doesn't understand.
So here's a couple of bits I want to bring you to. Number 1, the nose. Right? So down here, see this hole here, which lets air flow through?
Sure.
They've blocked it off there. They've got a solid nose right down to the tip. Okay. Second thing, see these side pods with big holes in the side?
They've closed them off too, haven't they? Away.
So having vertical side pods is not a rare thing. It's just rare in these new cars. Like, there's been Ferraris, there's been all sorts of cars in the past that have had vertical air pods. Vertical air intakes for the side pods. But these ones are hidden back here, and you can't really see them. But they're about here, and they, for those in case I'm not going to zoom in, they're right here. And I just can't get over the fact that they've gone for this design. Look at those big air cannons down the side of where the driver's going to sit as well.
Yeah.
Like, this is... Like, there's people like Zach Brown from McLaren, CEO of McLaren Racing.
Yep. He
has issued a statement saying that all competitors should be scared of this car. He's a McLaren boy.
Yeah.
Speaking of which... Our team.
Rate it.
Oh, for the livery? For the livery alone, 2 out of 10.
Yes.
It's just boring. Come on, man. Bring the white Red Bull back. They did a white Red Bull once. Everything that's blue on here was white.
That'd be nice.
It looked fucking sick. I'll
fresh.
show you. Yeah, I'll show you a picture afterwards. Or perhaps we'll put one right here.
No.
Which, if I hadn't edited that in, is going to look really dumb. But if I have edited it in,
isn't that amazing?
then it'll be right here on my hand, like I'm holding it.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of editing to do. However, we are
a McLaren family.
We are a McLaren family.
That orange is just so pretty.
Lando and Oscar.
We love Lando and Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Do you know who else we love? Nicole Piastri. Oscar Piastri's mum.
Right.
I follow her on Twitter, and she's genuinely fucking hilarious.
She really supports him, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Is she the one that flew to him, like, across the world to watch him race?
Yeah. A lot of their parents.
No, but there was like some like big thing of why she went out there. Because she originally wasn't out there, but I think he qualified really high.
Yeah, maybe.
So she like flew all the way to like Singapore or something.
Sounds about right.
Anyway.
But yeah, we are proud members of the Papaya Army.
Yeah.
This car, however, the thing is, McLaren made a big thing about going back to Papaya.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting this orange.
There's not much on there, is there?
Just not much on there. The car, however, the actual car itself, very interesting. They have blurred out the floor, so I'm interested to see what they've done with the floor, because this is a photoshopped floor on this car.
Interesting.
We'll see.
Good. Okay.
So that's all the cars and all the editing that I'm going to have to do.
Thank God for that.
No
more editing.
No more editing. I've only got through 2 of these beers. I don't know how long we've been recording for, but we're going to keep talking because I need to finish all 3 of these beers.
No, don't, because you're going to hate yourself again. Oh God. No, don't. Yeah.
So before we finish, let's do a fun little game.
Okay.
Dream Team.
Wait, they're not motorbikes.
That's okay. So let's play a game of F1 Dream Team.
Okay.
I want you to tell me first.
Yep.
If you were an F1 driver,
where would I want to go?
What team would you want to drive
McLaren.
for? And why?
Because it's pretty.
You like the orange?
I think I look good in orange.
Mm.
No. Also, I'd like Mercedes because it's close to home, you know.
Yep.
I would also like to drive for. Oh, I don't know. What?
What?
You're just looking at me like.
This is fun. I don't normally have people to talk to F1. I sit at work all day, and as much as I love everybody at work, hi everybody.
Hi,
as much as I love everybody, like Josh. Obviously, I work with Josh. He knows a little bit about F1. We can sort of talk. I give him little updates because I get really excited about it. And Josh, being such an incredible friend, will listen to me and like just entertain me.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
Josh is such a good friend.
Mm-hmm.
That he doesn't really care, but he will still. I'll go, Josh, there's F1 news, and he'll go, oh, what? Like,
oh, bless him.
Yeah,
I like McLaren. I like Mercedes. I quite like Williams, you know.
Oh, Williams. Williams have a lot
They
of
always
legacy
pop up
as
in
well.
my head.
Yeah, Willis.
What
you talking
about Willis?
Williams have been knocking about since like 60s or 70s.
Like if I only got to drive for Williams and I got to do one season and then they didn't want me anymore, but at least I got to drive for Williams. Like I'd be quite happy with that.
Think of the people that have been through Williams as well.
Yeah.
Like even just from like Nigel Mansell, he raced for Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me one fact about Nigel Mansell.
He drove for Williams.
Bingo. What actually? Yeah. Okay. This will be a game for another day, maybe. But I would love to know your F1 knowledge in terms of historic F1.
Nothing. I couldn't tell you what happened last year.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, dream teams.
Dream teams.
And then if I was like team principal and I was picking people to drive for my team, and I'm not just going to pick based on who I think can just win. Oh, I see. Your beverage, sir.
Satellite Super Session IPA, only 2.8% this one. You're pregnant, even you could probably drink this.
I don't like what I just did. I don't think I would. Thank you, don't.
My fingers don't work anymore. Yeah, Williams would be a good team to race for.
Can you hear that? I hope you can hear that. Oh. Isn't that what they do? I don't know.
Yeah, Williams would be a fun team. You've missed one.
What?
Ferrari.
Yeah.
What? You wouldn't want to race for
so
Ferrari?
Predictable. I want to be different.
It's so ridiculous.
I want to be different.
Greatest race in the world.
Yeah.
Niki Lauda.
I would never make Ferrari.
Niki Lauda raced for Ferrari.
Good.
Ayrton Senna raced for Ferrari.
Okay, but I would.
Kimi Räikkönen.
I would never make Ferrari.
Michael Schumacher.
Schumacher.
He won 5 world championships for Ferrari. Sebastian Vettel.
We love Vettel.
Love Vettel.
Your breath smells like beer.
You're welcome. We've decided. When we find out whether we're having a boy or a girl, which we might have already. If it's a boy.
Didn't we say?
Have we already?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Did we tell you?
Did we say just having a baby, or did we say what we're having?
Do we say what we're having?
Yeah, we can say it. I don't care.
Oh, we're having a boy.
Hey!
And I want to call him Sebastian after Sebastian Vettel.
I'm not so sure now.
Michael.
No.
Lewis.
No.
Max.
No.
Checo.
No.
You were more receptive to Checo.
It's a fun nickname.
What else? Who else? Alex.
No.
Let's go through all of them. Max. Sergio.
No.
Lewis.
No.
George. Charles.
No.
Carlos.
No.
Lando.
I like Lando.
I like Lando.
Mhm.
I like Lando.
I love Lando.
Oscar.
I don't mind Oscar.
I don't mind Oscar.
Mhm.
Prefer Lando.
Yeah.
Makes
sense.
Lando.
Yeah.
There's one to think about.
Mhm.
Pierre.
No.
Esteban.
No.
Daniel.
No.
Yuki.
No.
Valtteri.
No.
Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri. Zhou.
No.
Or is it Guan Yu? Because
They flip it, don't they?
Yeah.
No.
Nico.
I don't mind Nico.
I quite like Nico.
I like Nico.
I like
How do you
Nico.
spell it?
Nico.
Okay, yeah. Some people put K.
No.
I like Nico. Nico could be up there.
Nico?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Nico.
Yeah.
Nico or Lando?
Interesting that we like the O's.
Yeah. You like L names though as well.
I do love L names.
That explains why you like Lando.
Mhm.
Yeah. Kevin.
No. I'm not having
Why?
a little baby named it Kevin.
Why?
Kevin.
You don't have to say it like that.
I don't know why.
Kevin. Why did you do that?
I don't know. Oh, he's so cute. What do you name him? Kevin.
You have to say it so aggressively. What's he called? Oh, he's called Kevin. See, it's cute. Oh, he's called Kevin after Kevin Magnussen.
No.
No.
Although I like that his nickname of K-Mag.
Who have I missed?
I don't think anyone.
Oh, Logan?
I don't mind Logan.
Yeah.
But
I just feel like...
It's not my favourite.
Obviously, my youngest son.
Oh yeah, that was in one of the names.
I'm pretty sure it was on one of the lists.
Yeah. That's a good name.
It's a great name. It's definitely very Wolverine-y. I quite like Nico.
I really like Nico.
Nico Wood.
Strong.
Lando Wood.
Stronger.
I agree. I like Lando.
Yeah, Lando's top contender.
Yeah. This is something we should discuss Off camera.
Oh, too late.
Back
to dream teams.
Dream teams. So yeah, what team would you, if you had to pick a team, if all 10 teams that are currently there?
Like for me to race on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd pick McLaren. I'd love to be a part of the McLaren family.
Yeah.
I love their little community as well.
It's fucking wonderful.
Is it?
That's so good. And only 86 calories.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Okay.
McLaren.
Yes. And then
I agree.
Yeah.
Who would you want your teammate to be?
Danny Rick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I think he's fun.
Okay.
And I think we'd get along. And he would get points for the team. But he doesn't always win, so there's still an opportunity for me to win.
Okay. I would also do McLaren.
Would you?
Yeah. They have history. They have such an incredible roster of ex-racers that used to race for them. But as a teamer, I would not have Danny Rick. I would have the Mexican Minister of Defense himself, Sergio Perez.
Yeah, it's a good one too. People don't rate him as much as they should.
People need to rate Checo more. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of Red Bull.
I think they compare him to Max too much. I think that's why.
Yeah.
They compare him, and that's not right. Because Max is just... I have no words for Max. I don't mind him as a person. Like, I think he's better now than he was when he first started. He's better now, isn't he?
He's better now.
He's just young and...
this is it. I hate him less now.
Yeah. He's just boring when he always wins. It's just... And he's always 26 seconds ahead, and it's just boring, you know?
Yeah. Well... We should probably end it because we've been chatting about 45 minutes and it's all been F1. Yeah. And the people out there who don't like F1,
I've switched off probably.
I've already switched off. Cheers,
Charlie. Our last bit of
Cheers, Charlie Clark.
This one's dedicated to Charlie and Sammy.
Because Charlie Clark fucking hates F1, and I know he loves Sidebar.
So will he?
But
watch
he
it?
hates F1. Charlie, if you've made it this far, this is a direct message to Charlie Clark. If you've made it this far through the video, comment saying, I hate F1.
I also think you should text us the unicorn emoji.
Yeah, comment saying I hate F1 and then text us the unicorn emoji, and we'll know that you actually made it this far. We'll be very proud of you if you do.
Love you, Charlie.
Otherwise, you'll never hear this message.
No.
And we're going to have the other 10 people that watch this video very confused.
Yeah. Well, they know Charlie now. They watched my last episode.
That's true. They did. Thanks very much for watching the Sidebar podcast. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 50 subscribers. Such a small number. Some of you just hit that subscribe button.
Tell your friends.
Get there in no time.
Tell your mums.
What we're actually trying to do is hit 500 subscribers. But 50 subscribers is our next goal. Make sure you go follow us on Twitter.
X.
We don't have it.
We don't have... You mean TikTok?
No. TikTok. Make sure you go follow us on TikTok, on Instagram. Hit the subscribe button here. Like the video. And yeah, make sure you come back in 2 weeks, where we will have an old friend of ours back on, the wonderful Josh Luckin. Joshy's coming back on next week.
Yay, Joshy!
So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Cheers. Plastic.